Hey guys, welcome back to Smart Investments. Today I'm going to talk about Nordic American Tankers Q2 report, which was released this morning. NAT reported very strong second quarter ending June 30th results this morning. They beat the market expectations and reported 24% improvement from Q1, which is really great, awesome. The net income was increased from 39.5 million to 49.1 million, which is awesome, and we all wanted to see this, right? The earnings report this morning highlighted that their net income for Q2 came in at 49.1 million, which is 24% improvement from the previous quarter of 39.5 million. And I have highlighted few key information on this slide. The second highlight was on dividends. Cash dividends are a priority for NAT. Back in May, they announced that they will be paying 20 cents per share as a dividend if they achieve their goals for Q2 on September 4th, 2020 to the shareholders with the record date of August 28. The third highlight was on tanker rates. So they reported that they charge 48,400 per day per ship in Q2, which is higher to what they charged in Q1. So in Q1 they were charging 44,100 per day per ship. So if you compare the tanker rates from Q2 2020 with Q4 2019, there's a significant increase. Back in 2019 Q4 they were charging 31,700 per day per ship, which has increased to 44,100 in Q2 2020. So there's a significant increase in tanker rates. So if they are charging 44,100 per day per ship in Q2 2020 and their operating costs are around 8,000 per day per ship, then you can do the math. Whatever is left is their net profit. They also reported that NAT holds 144 million in cash as of the date of this release, which equals to 96 cents per share. That's a huge cash. Our total long-term liabilities as per June 30th stood at 318.9 million, which is a reduction of more than 110 million since year-end 2018. Our net debt is around 256 million, or about 11 million per ship. Point number 5 was on dry docking schedule for 2020, meaning that they are taking the scheduled ships for cleaning and maintenances, so that they maintain the high quality NAT fleets. On the next slide they are talking about their fleets, that they have 23 well-maintained Suzex tankers with a cargo lifting capacity of 1 million barrels of crude oil each. They also highlighted few points with respect to COVID-19. What they are saying basically that they are following the guidance issued by health authorities and international shipping associations to safeguard their fleets and crew members, and the future macroeconomic effects of COVID-19 remain uncertain. So NAT has one of the largest fleets of Suzex tankers in the world, so they really need to make sure that they are aligned when it comes to the processes, guidance, and the trade associations. They reported that second quarter of 2020 the net income was positive with 49.1 million, or 33 cents per share. This is a further improvement from the first quarter of 2020 that saw a net income of 39.5 million, or 27 cents per share. The second quarter last year 2019 saw a net loss of 14.9 million, or minus 11 cents per share. So from this graphic you can see that they reported earnings before interest and taxes and depreciation, that there was an increase from 64.9 million to 73.7 million, and same for the spot tanker rates. So the rates were around 44,100 in Q1, which has gone to 48,400 per ship per day. On the financial side, they reported that the current cash position of the company is at 144 million, or 96 cents per share, which is awesome. They also reported that with these results, the total long-term liabilities have been reduced within excess of 110 million over the last 18 months, and their net debt is at 256 million, or about 11 million per ship, which is awesome. There is a key thing that we all must pay attention to, that the company issued 24 million shares with a gross proceeds of 15.3 million under its 40 million at the market offering. Following this issuance, the company has a total of 149 common shares outstanding. No further issuance under the at the market offering has been conducted at this date. An aggregate of 33.8 millions in gross proceeds has been raised under the at the market offering in total since it was established in March 29th, 2019. So guys, basically, if company is issuing additional shares, then definitely this would increase the supply of shares in the market, and in the short term that may have an impact, negative impact on the share price. I mean, this is my opinion, not a financial advice. You should do your own research. On dividends, they mentioned that cash dividends are a priority for second quarter of 2020. A cash dividend of 20 cents per share was declared on May 20th, 2020. This is an increase from the previous quarter when they paid 14 cents per share. Payment of the dividend will be on or about September 4th, 2020 to shareholders of record on August 28th, 2020. The dividends will always be reflection of their cash earnings. A strong tanker market means strong dividends. I mean, this company has been putting a lot of stress on dividends, and that is their bread and butter. If there are strong earnings, they tend to share the profit with their stock shareholders, in terms of paying the additional dividends. I mean, it's great to see that they will still be paying 20 cents per share, which they declared back in May. I mean, overall, this is very, very positive for NAT and the NAT stock holders. They also commented on tanker market business, and they mentioned that the ordering activity for new ships is muted, and the order book in percent of the existing tanker fleet has not been lower in decades. This is one of the main reasons for the good tanker market we have seen this year and for our long-term future. So they are saying basically not that many new ships are coming into tanker market, and that is keeping the tanker rates high. So they also mentioned that during the second quarter of 2020, three conventional Suzex Max vessels were delivered from the shipyards. For the remainder of the 2020, they expect to see a total of 13 additions to the world Suzex fleet, and currently see 22 Suzex tankers scheduled for delivery in 2021 and another 12 in 2020. I mean, they are really they are hinting that these high rates are due to less number of ships in the tanker business. The supply of tanker tonnage is inelastic in the short term. When there are too many ships in an area, rates tend to go down. When there is a scarcity of ships, rates tend to go up. Short term spot tanker rates may be expected to be volatile. So what they are saying that if in case there's a huge supply of ships in tanker market business, then there's a competition, and then rates tend to go down. But if there are less number of ships, and then the rates tend to go up. So it's basically depends on demand and supply and number of fleets. Strategy going forward: a strong balance sheet combined with a homogeneous fleet and economies of scale is giving a low cash break even level, enabling NAT to distribute free cash flow to our shareholders. This strategy will be positive in a strong tanker market. In an improved market, higher dividends can be expected. Our dividend policy should continue to enable us to achieve a competitive cash yields. Our fleet of 23 more or less identical vessels is a special feature of NAT that is particularly valuable to our customers. NAT is firmly committed to protecting its underlying earnings and dividend potential. We shall safeguard and further strengthen this position in a deliberate, predictable, and transparent way. So what they are saying that they will continue to pay higher dividends as long as they are earning money, and the market is still positive, and they will see for the remainder of year the outlook is positive. But at the same time, they didn't mention the statistics or the tanker rates for Q3. So that is a surprise to me. That signals to me that they are kind of neutral at this moment, and the rates might go up or down depending on the situation in the tanker market business. Since the earnings this morning, the stock has been down about 2 percentage points. The stock can go up or down despite of having strong earnings. To me, guys, I do not plan to sell my NAT stocks. In my previous video, I disclosed that I have 909 NAT stocks, and I had a dividend of $94 back in June. And with this quarter, I will be receiving 20 cents per share, which would be around $181. And I plan to reinvest the dividends to improve my cost basis and to improve my NAT stock portfolio. At this moment, I do not plan to sell any NAT stock, and I will make my decisions after their earnings in Q4. At this point, I do not plan to sell any NAT stock, but guys, let me know what you think. Do you plan to hold, sell, and are you happy with the dividends you would be receiving on September 4th? If you like this video and the content I'm producing, please like and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching. Thank you for your time.